Hey guys, the FM Gaffer here, and welcome back to my Juventus Let's Play here on Football Manager 2016. Now you join me on the 24th of January. We're just about to go into the Roma match, but obviously it's near the end of the window, and some very important business has been done. Now I don't know whether I mentioned this before or not, but I think I definitely did. But anyway, you might not have heard. Pogba and Darmian were very unhappy. They said they weren't going to renew any of their contracts. And as it turned the 1st of January, they were both able to be signed on Bosmans by foreign clubs. Now, people started coming for Darmian immediately. With Pogba, I was like, might as well try and get some dollar for him. So I offered him out for 30 million. Barcelona came in with 15. I was like, that is respectable. But then I accidentally, I put 30 million again, accidentally. I didn't actually mean to, and they went 29, and I was like, accept. So yes, Pogba for 29 million, it seems a shit deal, but considering he was pretty much able to be signed on a free, unless there's some rule I don't know about, he's given us fantastic years of service. In this save, he hasn't actually scored too many goals, but he did actually score fairly recently, in the Cup, I believe. Not really sure. Yes, he has. He's also scored 3. He scores in the international matches. He scored 3 for France this season, 1 for me this season. But yeah, anyway, maybe it's a good thing we're getting rid of him. But Paul Pogba, he was our best star-rated player, and he's just been fantastic for us. Outside goal scoring, and yes, it is sad to see him go for such a low fee. But 29 million again, as I say, for a player that was running out of contract is pretty decent. With Darmian, he agreed a fee with Aston Villa. I did the whole Sal now thing because I thought I'd rather get rid of him. I'd already sorted out a replacement, which you can see on the end. And I was just quite keen to get rid of him. Firmino was very upset at Pogba leaving. He was like, oh, there's a huge gap left in the squad. I managed to, when he tries to rile up a few of his teammates, I managed to quell that, but he was still really unhappy. So I offered him out for 35 million, and Liverpool, who we signed him on a free from 6 months ago, came in with 28 million. That is the best bit of transfer business I have ever done, so I was quite happy to sell him. As we've brought in another attacking midfielder, as you can see there. So, one other thing to mention, Yildirim's just gone out on loan. He was on, an American team, so his loan ran out in January rather than at the end of the year. So I just put him out on loan to Guimarães. I don't know how to say that team, but yeah, Guimarães. I'm not very good at Portuguese pronunciation, but yeah, there he is. He's going to go out there for the rest of the season. But now, on the ins, first of all, Levin Oztunali, another familiar face. We like to re-sign people. You got Bielik, you got Asamoah, and now you got Levin Oztunali. Joined us for £15 million from Bayer Leverkusen earlier in the save. It was in a second or third season. Had, I think, 6 months with us or a year with us, and we sold him on for £23 million to Arsenal. We've signed him back. He's an incredibly versatile player. He's sort of a replacement for Paul Pogba, though we have plenty of playmakers. And I am going to train him as the box-to-box midfielder because I think he'll do well there. He's just a bit of backup, and again, I think we can probably make another bit of profit on him another time. Obviously, if we manage to sell him for another 23 million, that would be great. So, yeah, he's come back in again. Antoine Griezmann, I had confirmed this before, and I can't remember because I recorded it before my holiday, whether I told you about this in a video or not, or whether I was saving it. Same with one of the other transfers. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think it was Oztunali actually. So yeah, Griezmann, we signed him for 38 million, and he has made a fantastic start. Let me tell you, 3 goals in 3 games, as you can see there. What a signing! He's just basically replacing Bale. He's another outstanding, if you just think about him right now in real life in the game, he is an extraordinary signing for £36 million. Yes, he's 29, he's nearing the end of his career, but he's going to give us some great years. And if you just look at those attributes, he is amazing. One thing I probably should tell you now, I've had a change of tactic. I've stopped with the silly bullshit of 3 at the back, which may, be amazing to hear for some of you. So I've got a new tactic that seems to be working very well, and that you should keep in mind when I go through the rest of my ins and Griezmann, because we have got Isco. Now, he was offered out to me by an agent for £22 million. He was put on the transfer list by Real Madrid. If nothing else, I think I can make some top quality profit. Again, he's made a great start to his career at Juventus. been a bit of a flop in real life for Real Madrid, not done too great in his first couple of seasons for them. Obviously in the game he's been there for a lot longer, but we've managed to snap him up to 22 million. Again, fairly near the end of his career, 28 years old, going to have 3 or 4 good years out of him, but a top quality player, and he's made a great start, as I say. Willem van Boekel is just another young player that we brought in. He was on the transfer list when I was looking at Isco, who was obviously also on the transfer list. And he looked like a decent player. He's another playmaker. I've tried to get him out on loan. 20 years old, so usually a little bit later in his career than what I'd usually sign players. But if you look at those outstanding attributes there, if we just put on like advanced playmaker or something, or deep line playmaker, actually no, deep line. Hang on. That's the one with long shots. There you go. The long shots, first touch, passing technique, all fantastic. Good physicals and mentals as well. So yeah, he'll be decent. I'll try and get him out on loan, but he is on quite a big wages. He is quite late in his career, as I say. And finally, we brought in a replacement right back. Marvin Montoya was the best in terms of attributes. I went on the old full-back attack, which is now the new four at the back role for our full-backs. And I just looked the best, attributes all above. I think it was 14 I had to settle on, but it was like 12 out of 14 match. And there was about 8 in the list, and he was the only one that their club wasn't asking for over like 100 million. Eric Dyer was interestingly on the list. So yeah, Montoya has been brought in for 25.5 million. Decent deal. I think he'll do alright with us, but he's probably our weakest starting 11 member now. However, he's going to do great, and I think he is solid. He's fine, basically. But maybe if we find like an amazing right back youngster, we'll have to cash in. So yeah, he's coming in. Him and Klosterman, obviously our new right backs. Well, not both of them new. And I think that brings us to the end of the transfers. In terms of ongoing transfers right now, these ones, yeah, I've signed too many out of EU players. Matuidi's not happening. So I don't know what will happen with that at the start of the next season. One player that I did sign at this season is Andre Dazal from Ipswich. Now, this guy was running out of contract at the end of the season, and his attributes are actually quite good for a player that's 21, English, plays for Ipswich. God knows why they haven't extended his contract. I'm guessing Ipswich is still in the Championship. Yeah, they are. As you can see there, there was no need for me to do that. But yeah, they've been getting mid-table in the Championship while they've been up and down. Why the hell they're not holding on to this player, I do not know. He's there on their key player. He's their key player. Why? Maybe he's not willing to sign, but we have signed him for Juventus mainly for profit. I doubt it. I don't think I will see him playing in the first team that much. But to be honest, he probably could with some of the attributes. Although again, as I say, we have so many playmakers. We've got Renato Sanchez. We've got Ivancic can play there. We've got the Russian Adultsov, and we've got Ostanali now, I guess. So we have quite another playmaking department. So he's probably going to be staying for a year, maybe going out on loan, and then being sold for profit. But this, as you can see now, is the tactic we are going to be going with against Roma today. I've been using it for 3 matches, and it has been absolutely fantastic. That front 3, I'm not including Nicole because he's not quite got there, and his last 3 or 4, actually since this tactic, haven't been amazing. As I think he prefers winger support. He's more of a right midfielder than a right winger, but hopefully he'll grow into that role, and then it'll be a fantastic just front 6. I mean, Renato Sanchez is not a bad replacement for Paul Pogba. He's been playing there mostly. Ivancic playing that box-to-box midfield. We've got Griezmann, Isco, and Nicole, as I say, who have just been fantastic. And then we've got Dybala up front, who's been still amazing. Back 4, we've got Gaia, Verhulst, Varane, and Montoya. That's pretty much the back 4. Jorge can come in for Gaia, and where is he? Ignacio Jera will come in for one of those 2 centre-backs. I think the 2 centre-backs has really relieved me, as with Murillo and Zuma's injuries. With them, I'll probably look to sell Murillo maybe at the end of the season, as we need a few less centre-backs now. As you've seen, if 2 of them go out, we're in deep shit. So that would be the same case if I was to sell Murillo. But yeah, we'll see what's happening there. In terms of someone that I want to leave, Memphis Depay, I've been offering out. It looks like we're gonna have to make a huge loss on him. What was I thinking? We signed him for 37 million plus Marcos Rojo. What the flip was I thinking? We're gonna probably have to sell him for about. Well, I've been offering out 17 million, and no one wants him for that. So I don't know. We've had a couple of bids that have been a load of clauses around about 12 million. So yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of him. I was going to try and get rid of Bale, because we got in Griezmann, but actually I have no one else to go at left wing if Griezmann gets injured, so Bale will be remaining with the club. So yeah, basically, and also, oh my god, how have I forgotten? One other out, I just hadn't scrolled down. Gustav Rosner has gone to Man United for 35 million. I don't know how I've forgotten this one. But yeah, Gustav Rosner, we signed him from Bayern for about £20 million. There you go, £20.5 million a couple of years ago. He's had some loans, and he was really unhappy because I turned down the offer from Man United the first time, which was like 20 million, mostly in clauses. They came in again, and I just put it up to 40 million. They didn't like that. I put it to 35 million. They accepted. So Gustav Rosner, although we're probably in another year we could have sold him for about £50 million. He really wanted to go, and I didn't really want him around. Now we have a one-striker formation. This formation, it does look like something I'm going to stick with. And as we have a load of strikers, both in the squad and on loan, out on loan, I think we'll do fine. Dybala, we've got Gabriel Barbosa wherever he is. We've got Bale can play there. We've got Romero, and then if you look at all the ones out on loan, most of them are strikers. You got Lorenzini there, Velasco, Tom Bakker, there you go, Fiore, Gumiero, Gonçalves, and Per Clindentoft was the one I was particularly looking for. And of course Andoni Serrano, who we sold for £30 million. I don't think we're going to get our money back on that. I don't know what I was thinking there either. Yeah, Per Clindentoft, it just always seems to be coming up as scoring goals. So yeah, we are not short of strikers. With Gustav Rosner, £35 million, decent deal. And we'll move on. So this has been the tactic for the last 3 games. Let's now go through what's been happening. So the Palermo game was the last one. You saw Dybala getting that fantastic hat-trick. We then, Paul Pogba, this was when he scored. In the Cup, we managed to draw 0-0 at full-time with Barry. We then actually managed to take the lead through Pogba. And then they equalised in extra time. Gusek got sent off late on. It was forced to penalties, and we managed to win it. I think Rafael Varane maybe getting the final penalty. No, he missed. Basically, we were a penalty up, and Varane had a chance to make it 5-4 and win it like at the end of the first 5. He missed, but then their guy missed straight away, and I can't remember who finished it off, but someone got the win. I think it might have been Romero, but yeah, or it could have been Darmian actually. Darmian's taken a penalty recently and scored it. There you go. It's the next game. Pescara was the next game, obviously back in the Serie A. And this was the thing that inspired me to make my tactical change. It just wasn't consistent enough, the 3 at the back. So yeah, Bernardeschi had given Pescara the lead. We managed to get back 2-1 up, Darmian's penalty and Dalsov's goals. And then Ceccherini and De Cole gave them the win. So since then, we have been fantastic in the league. We beat Barry again, 2-0 this time, Dybala with both goals. I think we were just getting into the tactic this time for that first game. And these two, Isco, Griezmann and Dybala, what a front 3. As I say, you got Kylian Nicole there as well, and Barbosa. I played in actually this match. But yeah, fantastic players, and they both scored at least 1 goal in both the matches. Isco, Griezmann, and 2 from Dybala in this 4-2 win against Atlanta. Disappointing to concede 2 goals, but it was fine. And then a thrashing away at Udinese. 1 from Isco, 2 from Griezmann, 2 from Dybala, all under 33 minutes. Sort of eased off the pace. I brought on Bale or Barbosa, and I thought I brought on Bale for Griezmann, but apparently I didn't. So yeah, that was a great result, and yeah, we're looking really good right now. So going into the Roma and Inter and Sassuolo 3 games, which are all going to be very difficult. So this is a team. We got Rashkovic in goal, Montoya at right back, the new signing, obviously Varane and Verhouse in the middle of defence. I'll probably bring on Ignacio Jura at some point. Gaia at left back. Got Ivancic and Sanchez in the middle of midfield. Kylian Nicole on the right. Isco in the centre and Griezmann on the left with Dybala up front. I'm really excited about this Juventus team. I think as we're still in the Champions League, we've made the change at the right time. Perhaps we're looking at a good season there. Hopefully. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's the first real test of the tactic. Roma, who have been our title rivals the whole time, we have managed to catch up with them now, and we're now ahead of them as it stands. But Palermo went ahead of us because we were top for about a day, and then Palermo have now gone ahead of us. With that loss against Pescara, I think mainly did it. So we've got to catch Palermo still, but we are looking at a lot better situation, and Dybala's already scored. 3 minutes in, Dybala, 20th of the season, and you can just see how well Dybala, yeah, this tactic is so good for Dybala, even though, like, he really hasn't changed. He's still a one up front in one of the old formations guy. He just seems to be able to finish anything now. There you go, great dribbling through, and he just tucks it away. Obviously, like, Football Manager engine-wise, that would always, like, just hit the keeper and go out for a corner. because it was too good an opportunity or something. But now he just seems to be sticking them away, and I love it. As we now have a counter-attack, it was a decent chance for Roma there. Ivančić is fouled by Radja and Golan. Apologies for the lack of clarity between the kits, by the way. It's yeah, I've got a bit of a headache right now, and it's confusing me a bit. Roma are in like light grey, and we're in white, so that's annoying. But yeah, Gaia, Griezmann now, Isco, Dybala hits the shot, Zila with the save. Again, Dybala has just been greatly helped with the new signings of Isco and Griezmann. Renato Sanchez now, his Juve career has been like revitalised again. Obviously was a bit below the pecking order in terms of Pogba, but he's now back, probably playing almost every match if he's fit, as Isco hits another shot that's well saved by Zila. And you can see we dominate games now. We create so many good chances and have a lot of shots on target rather than missing them, as that was always a problem back in the old days. As Renato Sanchez now, Ivančić out to Gaia. Can he swing a ball in? Griezmann. Kylian Nicole. I was bad-mouthing him about not being part of the amazing front three, but or four now. But he gets the goal. Gaia beats his man into Griezmann, who's blonde apparently, who floats the ball into the back post, and there is Kylian Nicole. Obviously, we lost out 3-2 to Roma last time out in the first, in the third game of the season. So this is revenge. We're 2-0 up. We're looking good, and we're creating plenty of chances. Although we have now taken our foot off the gas up until half time. Looks like Gaia might have just picked up a knock, but it doesn't really show up. Montoya into Varane now. Let's not make a mistake. Predrag, Rajkovic, who has been rotated for Odora in recent games actually, but I've trusted him today, as Sisek puts in a foul on Isco. Varane now into Renato Sanchez, out to Montoya. Can he get a ball in? Go on, Montoya, gets it in. Nicole puts it. Kylian Nicole, he's just proving me wrong. 3-0, his second of the game. Good to see Montoya getting a ball in. Obviously our other right backs like Darmian and Klosterman have been good for their assists. Hopefully Montoya will continue that tradition. There you go. Even though I don't think that was his assist in the end, it was a good ball in. Look at our bench. Everyone's superb. On the pitch they're like meh, but on the bench they're bloody loving it. I'm going to just say I'm very happy. I thought it would get a little bit of a better reaction from that, but yeah, let's do some eye of face. I didn't mean to do that, by the way. Just there you go. And we get the reactions. We get 6 good reactions there rather than the 1 from the first team talk, so that's pretty good. And on with the game, 3-0 up. Gaia, bit of a poor challenge there. Tripped Espinoza, free kick early in the second half, but that is we're not going to see it, so therefore it must not have been that big of a chance, as Montoya picks up our team's first booking of the game. Verhulst now out to Griezmann. Beats his man, gets the ball in. Dybala, who's slightly offside. Decent save from Ron Robert Zila anyway. Obviously, Leicester man in real life. Espinoza, Varane away. Griezmann finds Dybala. Dybala, he's got a man in the middle, has he? I can't tell with the greyness. No, he didn't have a man in the middle. Sorry, he had to go alone there, and that's why he didn't really test Ron Robert Zila in the Roma net. So Nainggolan picking up a booking. They've got 2 now. Probably coming up to a substitution time. I know Roma just made one of theirs. Gaia and Isco are both looking a little bit tired. Who's having a bad game? Griezmann actually hasn't had the best game. Is Bale on the bench yet? Bale's on the bench. We're going to bring on him. Probably we'll bring on Dura now for... They both don't seem to be having that great games around in Verhulst, but you know, it's probably... Well, actually, they're having fine games. 7.10 or 7.1 is not that bad at all, just compared to the rest of the team. But yeah, I'll just bring on... probably Varane's got more quality, so we'll bring him on for Verhulst. And any other changes we need to make, maybe bring on Barbosa or Deltsov, or... You know, we just have a really solid squad. I just want to bring all these guys on. But yeah, we'll make a third change a little bit later in the game. Save it just in case there's an injury or something. So yeah, off come Griezmann, off come Verhulst, on come Dura and Bale, and we'll see how that goes. And though Griezmann did get an assist, I was quite surprised his rating was so low. But hopefully we won't miss him too much. Obviously Bale reaching the end of his career. By the way, with Bale we'd only get about 12 million for him at this point, so that's why I was probably like a little bit... Don't particularly want to sell him. We're pretty much won this match, so I'm going to bring off Isco now for Angel Correa as my last change. That actually wasn't one of the ones I particularly mentioned earlier, but I think as he's getting tired and you know, we're trying to save him for the big games, although this is a big game, but yeah, anyway, try and save his fitness. as Bale almost gets fouled for a penalty. Their guy, Renato Sanchez. Sorry, I got distracted. I've lost my train of thought now, but we were creating an opportunity, as you saw. So 3-0, fantastic performance. Again, all the goals in the first half. I would like to spread it out a bit so that we didn't have to rely on that. Because then if we go in a half time one game 0-0, it doesn't look like we're going to get a goal. But we probably still will. We're that good. We're probably just relaxing now. We're on the beach, and there you go. There is full time. 3-0 victory in the league. And this team just looks so good right now. We look like we're scoring 3 goals a game, and other than that Atlanta game, not conceding really. And when we get even more used to this formation, because we've literally only had 3 games with it, if we look at the tactic familiarity, it's not great, but it's looking so good. So hopefully it will be good for us. We're looking to loan out Fernandez. That's just a thing that might be happening sometime in the future. I've accepted from Cagliari and Frankfurt, and I've kept some other bids just in case none of those go through. So yeah, this is where I'm going to wrap up the episode, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, smash the like button. If you have any questions, put in the comment section. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I've been the FM Gaffer, and I'll see you guys next time for what will probably be the Man City game. By the way, we got drawn against Man City in the first go around. That's something I forgot to mention. It was literally the day after the Palermo game. I should have remembered to record it, but I'd already rendered it by then, so I couldn't really add something in at that point. But there you go. Man City will be our next game at home, first leg of the Champions League, first go around. See you guys for that one, and yeah, as I say, like, comment, subscribe, all that. See you guys next time.